This one is going to crack you guys up. And I'm going to guess a few people didn't see this. This comes to us from Sky News Australia, where I was featured on yesterday with one of my tweets. It says, bystander body slams LA rioter after throwing a can at the police officer. Guys, I don't know how many of you in here appreciate the WWE, but this spear is such a legendary spear that it will go down in history. This will play through your mind and your memory when you see this. You will be like, holy crap, give that guy a contract in the WWE with what happens here. And it's not the cop. Watch what happens. Did you see that spear? Did you see that spear? First off, these cops are over here begging. They're begging for you to do something stupid just so they have the excuse to shoot at you. Like, please do something stupid. And this guy's like, bro, I got you, fam. I got you. I'm going to throw this at you. Point blank. That spear. I'm sorry. I have to one more time with this spear because my goodness. Playback speed, let's go 0.5. The audio, turn the audio down. And playback speed 0.25. It happened so fast. Terry Tate, protester linebacker. True North says that was amazing. Here we go. 0.25 speed. It still happens fast. Watch quick. Oh! And the head slams back. Like, oh. That guy was ready. He's been waiting his whole life for that. And he's like, don't shoot me. Don't shoot me. I'm the good guy, cops. Dementia Sweets. He definitely got a concussion. True North. Fafo. So Sky News reports after he did this, the cops arrested him and detained him. But they didn't do anything to the guy that speared him.
Whoa! Stop! Jesus, you just hit me! I just got hit with the last vehicle. Yeah, I'm okay.
A bystander has body slammed a protester after they threw a can at the police officer during the ongoing riots in LA. Leading up to the textbook tackle, the protester was seen dancing and taunting sheriff deputies before throwing a can. Dude, pull your pants up, by the way. I see your ass cheeks hanging out with your underwear. What even is this style? And this cop's like, cha-ching, like, point blank. I got it. Put me in, coach. I'm ready to shoot this guy from 3 feet away right now after he threw a can at me. After the can was thrown, officers fired tear gas at the protester. Well, they fired more than just tear gas at him. And then he got body slammed. There's a body slam. The bystander's tackle on the protester led to the man who threw the can at the deputy being arrested. They were going to let him get away. They were going to be like, you know what? He threw a can at us. We shot him. We're even. And the guy walks away. That bystander's like, no, we're not done here. You're taking this guy in. Oh my God, this is amazing. Law enforcement sources confirmed to TMZ that the suspect who assaulted the officer was arrested, booked, and is now in a nearby county jail. Sky News host Rita Panahi discussed the ongoing riots raging across LA with international security expert Max Abrams. So they gotta cut into the riots here, which we'll continue with this. But damn, that spear. I want all these rioters, not protesters, because the ones that are causing trouble, throwing shit at cops, lighting things on fire, those aren't protesters. Those are rioters. I want this to be like the shot heard around the world for them to be like, oh shit, I'm going to get if I do something wrong here. Like street justice from a bystander, not even a cop, allegedly. Just a bystander that's like, you don't do that to the cops. What the hell are you thinking? That was amazing. That was amazing. I'm like, more of this. Yes.
Riots really have spread to other blue cities. Let's have a look at what's happening in San Francisco.
Oh, San Francisco. We're going to be peaceful protesting and using every opportunity as an opportunity to steal from stores, not to actually protest. Let's break in. Yep. Dude, San Francisco is not a real place. This can't be real. This reminds me of like the movie The Purge in real life.
Yep, the violent protests are spreading to Democrat strongholds like San Francisco, New York, Chicago, and even south to Atlanta.
Hold on. Stop. Over there. Hammer again.
Holy
Yes, Atlanta is a blue city. Georgia may be red, but Atlanta is not. Some of the violence we're seeing in LA with the use of fireworks to target police and even police horses is extremely dangerous, life-threatening.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're shooting them right at the police too. The fireworks. But they have like an entire bunker built here out of a trash can on fire. Like this is pure comedy. Like this is like homeless people fighting you. What is happening here?
Let's bring in international security expert Max Abrams. Max, some of the violence we're seeing seems opportunistic. Some of it, though, seems very much organized. You are an international security professor, an expert on terrorism. Do you consider some of this violence as acts of domestic terrorism?
I think it is. You know, there's obviously a reluctance by the left to describe this kind of violence as terrorism because terrorism is only done for ideologies that the left doesn't like. But
I mean, this guy's spitting straight facts right now. Damn.
But the definition of terrorism certainly could include left-wing political violence. The standard definition that we use is a non-state actor, so we're not talking about a government, who uses violence against a civilian target for political aim. And it's always useful to keep that definition in mind when trying to determine whether we're looking at terrorism. I think that some of this violence certainly looks a lot like terrorism. I think that increasingly the violence is going to be indiscriminate. It's not going to be just directed against ICE or federal buildings or police forces and police
there are people that are just looking to fight that people they disagree with physically. Well, that sounds familiar. Anyone know anyone that might talk like that?
And if you have a problem with that, come fight me physically, bitch.
Finding a lot of similarities. I don't know. It's weird.
I think that these perpetrators pose a genuine danger to the public broadly. They're going to be increasingly setting cars on fire and probably looting stores indiscriminately, anything they can get into, attacking shops. And the reason is that these guys are simply united by anti-American sentiment. So there might be some...
They're communists. They're Marxists. They hate everything America stands for. And the irony of many of them being in America, trying to destroy it from the inside out, makes you really wonder what the end game is with all this.
Nuances in terms of their differences, how much are they motivated against ICE, or how much specifically against immigration policy. But this is just an opportunity for left-wing extremists to try to exert their control over the country and to intimidate anyone there. So yes, this is domestic extremism and unfortunately, probably increasingly terrorism.
And we saw similar scenes that destruction, indiscriminate destruction of public property, private property, the looting, the arson during the BLM riots throughout America. And I would suspect that
people were afraid to push back against BLM because they're like, they don't want to be labeled as racist. I feel like this situation is very different, where they don't have that worry. So there's a lot more pushback from the average person, where they're like, no, you don't have any shields from this one. This shit that you're doing, it's not acceptable. It's messed up.
Be a lot of the usual suspects involved in this as well. Tulsi Gabbard says this is organized largely. This isn't just some organic gathering of people who are upset. Do you see it that way? Do you see some organization behind at least some of the violence we're seeing?
I appreciate that, Netflix. And yeah, China definitely has something to do with it.
I mean, if you look at sort of the gear that these guys have, some of them are clearly professionals. You know, they have fancy face masks,
yep.
you know, to deal with whatever the authorities are throwing at them. They know how to deal with the gas, canister thrown at them. Some of them we know specifically who they are. And they are part of an organization. They're career criminals, if you will. But a lot of it actually is organic. So whenever there is like some kind of a left-wing extremist cause just blowing up, whatever the extremist cause du jour is on the left, you're going to get a lot of sympathizers who join in. That was true of Black Lives Matter. It's true of the global Antifada movement. That's how these guys roll. So yeah, probably in the beginning, there's a very important role in terms of like the organization, in the leadership. But then you just have a whole bunch of angry people. You have weak.
$200 a day to protest. I wouldn't doubt it, but I think it's not everyone. And man, if some of those people found out that other people were getting paid to be there, they'd be pissed. They'd be like, wait, you guys are getting paid?
Control over the streets, and they're seizing the opportunity to stick it to the United States.
So that is Sky News reporting, but I mostly just wanted to focus on, we'll watch it one more time because my goodness. That dude did not see that guy coming. He was so worried about getting shot from the back from the cops that he's like looking down at the guy coming at him like, oh, is this guy going to protect me? Nope. This has been Kermit the Frog signing off. Scrap Gamer, I did see that, and I was going to talk about that guy, but thank you for reminding me. Yeah, they caught the guy that was handing out the masks. And turns out he worked for the local union, was it? The local, what do they call it? Teamsters. And I'm like, oh, interesting. A guy who works for Teamsters Union is out there handing out face masks. Curious. That's weird.